Hello everyone and welcome back to Beatly Tones Beatles channel. Lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me for this video and I hope you're all doing well. Now today is Record Store Day 2023 and I've been up since about 4:45 this morning and I've headed out about 30 miles to a record store that I've never been to before called Intense Records, which is in Chelmsford, which is in Essex. As I say, it's about 30 miles from where I live. It takes about 3/4 of an hour to get there, and I decided to go there rather than going to London because I thought that this store would be less rammed with people than any of the London independent record stores. So that's what I decided to do. Totally underestimated the amount of people that would be there. The intention was getting there for 6 a.m. and that's what happened. We did get there for 6, but there was already about 50 people in the queue when I got there. Some had been there since about 3 o'clock in the morning. Most of them after the Taylor Swift album. Now I went there intending to get 5 albums and I came away with 5 albums, but not the 5 that I intended to get. There was one that I wasn't able to get, and that was Ringo Starr's Stop and Smell the Roses, the 2 LP version on coloured vinyl. I did think that that was going to be a little bit tricky to find, and it proved as much, but I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to pick that up online. And the record store, Intense Records, they did say they would order it for me. I've put in an order for it. Whether they'll be able to get it before I can get it online, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. It was a little bit of a drag. We were in the queue for about 2.5 hours. The store opened at 8 o'clock and they were kind of letting in 2 people at a time, and they kind of escorted you around the shelves to all the, asked you what you wanted and showed you where it was, etc, etc. You know, a lot of fun speaking to various people in the queue. Lots of people there after the Taylor Swift album, as I said, and lots of people getting various things. So interesting to talk to other people and see what they were getting. Now, my main priority was to get the Paul McCartney and Wings Half-Speed Master, the 50th anniversary Red Rose Speedway, and I did manage to get that. Here it is, and I'll get it open in a sec. A little bit of a health warning. I'm going to show you everything that I got. So for the first time ever on this channel, I'm going to be showing some non-Beatles related stuff, but I'll do the Wings album first. So let's go and get it open. So here is the Red Rose Speedway 50th anniversary Half-Speed Master. Comes with blue obi strip, which is detachable. All of these Half-Speed Master series have had a different coloured obi strip. Blue for Red Rose Speedway, looks like that close up. Paul's signature there on the bottom, and on the back you've got the track listing and a little note denoting that this is the Half-Speed Master. I do find these a little bit annoying because obviously once you've taken the shrink off, they don't stay on the album, so I normally tuck mine inside the sleeve. So the sleeve is slightly different from the original, but more in line with the archive edition version. The front cover, the back cover, obviously the braille up there because it's the UK version. Be interested to know if you've picked this up in the US, whether your braille is along the bottom. The braille, I understand, says "We love you, baby," or "We love you, Stevie." I'm not sure. The one difference is that you don't have the Wings Fun Club address because obviously that isn't a thing anymore. But generally with these Half-Speed Masters, they've tried to keep them exactly as the original was when it was originally released. This one is slightly different because the book isn't attached. That's the gatefold. And the book comes separately, just like it did with the archive collection vinyl, if you've got that. I expect you've probably all seen this, but I'll show it anyway. This one is identical to the original 1973 booklet. The archive collection booklet was slightly different. It had 3 extra pages. Centre pages which tell you who plays what on each track. Some more photos there, mostly taken from the European tour. And the Rude pages there, and then finally on the back we've got the lyrics. So that's the booklet. It also comes with this card here, which tells you about the remastering process. The note written by Miles Scholl, who is the remastering or the mastering engineer at the Abbey Road Studios, and it says, this record was pressed from a master cut using a precision technique known as half-speed mastering. The procedure requires the source master and the cutting lathe to run at half speed on a specially adapted Newman VMS-80 lathe. This specialised technique transforms difficult to cut high-end frequencies into easier to cut mid-range frequencies. The result is a cut with excellent high frequency response and very solid and stable stereo images. In short, half-speed mastering produces a master of the highest quality. These have been included in all of the half-speed masters so far, this one being number 4. Now the vinyl comes in just a white inner sleeve. It is a printed sleeve. It has got the MPL and the capital logo there, but no polyline sleeve, which is a bit of a shame, really. The album looks like that, same label as the original, and side 2 there. Sorry about the glare, but there you go. So that is the Red Rose Speedway half speed master. Now if you aren't able to get to a record store today, I do understand that these will be for sale online from Monday. I think that it is a limited edition, but ones that haven't gone out to record stores will be available online if you want to pick this up from Monday. The cost of this was £35. So really looking forward to listening to Red Rose Speedway and seeing how it stacks up against the archive edition vinyl. So far, this half speed master series have been absolutely superb. Really, the best versions of all these albums so far. We've already had McCartney, Ram, and Wildlife. So I am a little bit disappointed not to be able to show you the Ringo Starr album, but as soon as I get it, I will do a video on that. Little bit of a health warning for the first time ever, because this is a record store day video. I'm going to show you some non-Beatles albums that I've picked up today, so I hope you'll indulge me as far as that goes. This is essentially a Beatles channel, but for Record Store Day I will show you the other things that I've picked up, and you can choose to watch it or not, I guess. So the next one that I picked up was the this version of Beggar's Banquet, which has come out today, which also has an obi strip, but this one is attached. Look, no hands. So what's included here? It's a 180 gram vinyl on swirling mass of grey, blue, black and white vinyl, and it includes a replica poster, and obviously it's got the original gatefold art and the original toilet sleeve, not the sanitised white sleeve that this went out in back in the day. So the gatefold is like that, Very nice. And no extra material on this. Here's the original album. Show you the poster next, which is quite nice. That's the poster, and the vinyl does come on in a polylined sleeve, and it looks like that. Isn't that lovely? Very nice, very happy to get that. So that is Beggar's Banquet. So the next album has got a little bit of a story attached to it. It is this one here. It's Thin Lizzy Live and Dangerous at the Hammersmith Odeon on the 14th of November 1976. Now the reason that I got this, because this has been out for a couple of months on CD. Thin Lizzy released a big box set for Live and Dangerous with lots of different performances from the tours around that time, and I didn't bother picking that up. I've always had Live and Dangerous, and it is one of the best live albums ever made in my opinion. But the reason why I've picked this up, which is part of that set, is the date that it was recorded, with the 14th of November, because on the day before, the 13th of November, I went to my first ever gig, which was Thin Lizzy at the Kursaal in Southend, and this obviously is the gig from the very next night. So the set list here will be identical to the set that I heard on my very first gig. So I kind of got it for that purposes, kind of romantic purposes, I suspect. So there is the album. That's the track listing on the back. It's not quite the same as Live and Dangerous if you're familiar with that album. There's a few songs on here that aren't on Live and Dangerous, like Johnny, It's Only Money. That's it. But obviously different versions. So this is a double album. It's on black vinyl. Great picture of Phil Lynott there, and Scott Gorham on the back, and I'll show you the vinyl. It is on the Vertigo label, black vinyl for this one. So that's the first album. The second album has got Brian Downey, the drummer, there, and Brian Robertson, lead guitar. Feel a little bit shortchanged with this album. There's only 2 tracks on side 4 and only 3 on side 3, but as you can see from the bands, they're quite long. And this album was only £38, not bad for a double album. And didn't show you the gatefold, did I? There's the gatefold. That's all the credits there, and a tour poster there. So that's Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous at the Hammersmith Odeon on the 14th of November 1976, the day after I saw them in my very first gig. So the fourth album that I picked up is also a double album. It is this one, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player by Elton John. This is expanded to a 2 LP version. The second LP has got demos from the sessions on it, which I'm neither here nor there about it. I'm a fan of Elton John, but I don't have to have everything. But all these early albums, all the early 70s albums of Elton John are all excellent. I have been picking up the 50th anniversary reissues, and this is the first one from 1973. His weaker album from 1973, but still a really good album. That is the hype sticker for it. This one does come up on red marble vinyl. So the hype sticker will go inside on the sleeve. You get a booklet with it, the original booklet with lyrics. He is a silly man, isn't he? There's some really good songs on this album. All his albums are really packaged well, the 70s albums. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea. So this is in a polyline sleeve. Let's have a look at the vinyl. Oh, that is gorgeous. So there you go. That's disc 1. Let's have a look at the second disc. This is the demos. This is very, very nice. I didn't show you the gatefold for the Elton album. That's the track listing there. I like how they've stylised that like a movie poster. And picture there of Bernie. Very good album this, actually. Some good stuff on this. Daniel, Elderberry Wine, Blues for Baby and Me. Some really good stuff. Crocodile Rock, Have Mercy on the Criminal. To think this wasn't even his best album of 1973. I expect we will get a Goodbye Yellow Brick Road 50th anniversary towards the end of the year. But for now, that is Elton John, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Final album that I picked up today was also a double album. This one wasn't on my list, but Mrs. Beatlytone fancied it, so we went for it. This is Stevie Nicks, Belladonna Live 1981. I know this is an album that I will enjoy as well. As a big Fleetwood Mac fan. Looks like that from the back. I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of glare there. This does Belladonna, I think, was her first solo album, which is a really good album. That is the hype sticker for this, and as well as tracks from the Belladonna album. There's also a few Fleetwood Mac tracks on this. Gold Dust Woman, Dreams, what else, Rhiannon. Is the gatefold. Let's have a look at the vinyl. This is just on black vinyl. So this gig was recorded live at the Wilshire Theatre, Beverly Hills, California, December the 13th, 1981. That's, I don't know if you can see that. What a gorgeous lady. A lot of static on that. I suspect the second disc is the same. Oh no, different picture. And a different label. So that's Stevie Nicks, Belladonna, live from 1981. So that was everything that I got for Record Store Day 2023. Still a little bit disappointed about not being able to get Ringo's Stop and Smell the Roses, but I will have it soon, and you'll see it here on the channel. If you've made it this far through the video, thank you for indulging me in the non-Beatles stuff. As I say, we are, you know, this is a Beatles channel. When you call yourself Beatlytone's Beatles channel, you're kind of committed to doing just Beatles stuff. But that is the first time I've ever done anything that's not been Beatles related, and it won't happen again unless you want it to. Tell me about that down in the comments. Tell me what you've picked up for Record Store Day, if anything, or if you're intending to pick up anything for Record Store Day. Love to hear from you. You know, I read all your comments and I respond to all your comments as well. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.